We've got the world.
You watched the movie Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and what was your overall opinion of that movie?
Uh, well, the first time I saw that movie, instantly the first thing that came to my mind was it was just mind blowing that a movie back then, I believe it was in 1967 that
Exactly.
it came out, that a movie back then was that cutting edge. I mean, that was like a radical movie for that time period, and the things that were happening with the civil rights movement, and because I grew up in the what I guess in the 70s. In the 70s, I was bused. I lived in Louisville, Kentucky, and that's when a lot of integration started taking place, and I was bused from my black community into a white community. And so to watch a movie like that was just, yeah, mind blowing.
Awesome. And you mentioned the civil rights movement, and this was the civil rights era. I mean, in the 60s, civil rights was very prominent.
Civil rights is one thing. This here is something else.
Actually, the thing that's interesting with this particular movie is the Loving versus Virginia, which was a Supreme Court case, which uh, interracial marriage was illegal. So during that time, this case went to the Supreme Court, and they allowed for interracial marriage. So this movie came out at that time. So that was already something the public was, paying attention to.
16 or 17 states, you'd be breaking the law. You'd be criminals. And say they changed the law. That don't change the way people feel about this thing. For a man who all his life never put a wrong foot anywhere, you're way out of line, boy.
His role in the movie, there's some criticism that his character was perfect. He was a doctor. He had accolades.
Hmm.
He didn't want to have sex with her. He wanted the parents' permission. When you watch the film, how did that aspect of his character come across to you?
You know what, Greg? That never even crossed my mind. I guess because me being a black man, and just like even Cindy Poitier mentioned it, one of his lines when he was talking to his dad, I believe he said, he said, "Dad, when you," I'll paraphrase it. Basically, his dad, Cindy Poitier felt that his dad saw himself as a black man,
Mm,
and Cindy Poitier said, "I see myself as a man,"
mm.
right?
Dad. Dad. You're my father. I'm your son. I love you. I always have, and I always will. But you think of yourself as a colored man. I think of myself as a man.
The world is through with us. We've got each other's arms.